we don't cheat though. No cliff notes, homie, we don't need those.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, welcome to the AOA Pier, where we are live from the legendary 2B studio at AOA Studios on the pier. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the one and only Alpha on Air podcast. All right, how's everyone doing today? I hope everyone's doing all right. Of course, this is let's see here, it is officially Sunday, August 27th of the year of our Lord 2023. The year of our Lord, right? It's been a hard week. I got me some Sunny D vodka seltzer. Whew, damn well it's delicious. So I just want to say this show wasn't planned. Sunday, obviously there was going to be a live stream where or it was going to be tonight. Actually, originally it was going to be tonight, that we were going to talk about the Badwick stream that happened a couple nights ago between Lord Twighton, the Walking L, and Huge, because it was a whole shit show. Everyone show, even Slug, which I you know what, I give credit for Slug. I will say that I will give Slug the credit he actually deserves, because he actually went in on Hugen. Or not Hugen, he went in on a whole two people other than the actual people, and Lord Twighton to a degree. Now apparently Triton and Hugon are butt buddies. So I mean, hey, you know, he's an adult. he can take care of himself. But tonight we are actually going to be talking about a recent thing that just happened. I'm trying to get all these things in order of what happened in the day, and we're also going to be reacting to some content by Lyrics, who I watched just the first 2 minutes of it. It's actually really good. It's actually pretty good. But I actually want to, and I had to go into my secret DMs here to grab it, because I posted it the other day. Let's see here. Where is it? I know I just dropped it in here. See, this is why I don't get paid the big bucks for it. Okay. Let's see. Where did I post it? I think I posted it out here. No. Let me just grab it. See, this is how last minute this stream is. I gotta get it from another DM, from my TikTok thing, from my DMs here. So let me grab link. No, I need to... Hold on. We're almost there, folks. Hold on. We're gonna grab this one here. TikTok. Oh, hold on. Okay, we're gonna... Oh, there you go. No, I don't want you to look at my notifications, you freaking weirdos. Okay, so I was scrolling through TikTok, and this is like, I'm all for dark jokes, but this is this is out of pocket, out of mind, out of sight, so to speak. And I'll shout out the YouTube, which is Sickle Cell Vic 1. I don't know why they did that. I don't know why they did that for me. Okay, so we're actually gonna supersize that, and then we're gonna introduce it. So here we go. When I saw this, I swear, this is one of the best things I've seen. So we're gonna watch it first time around, and then we're I'm just gonna point the things out that made it extra funny for me. So here we go. Oh wait, hold on. I gotta place you guys up here a little bit, just a bit. There you go.
No, wait, look right at me.
The smallest hands win.
Oh my god.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
No, wait, look right at me.
The
See,
smallest
let's watch this again.
hands win.
That was my first warning. I should have realized that. And then I was sitting there going like, okay, is someone actually gonna come out with like, just gonna show up with like maybe like a baby hand, like one of those plastic baby hand dolls things, just to make it more hilarious for me. And then I just see this shit. He just look. Hold on. Here you go. Trying to get it with that. It's not blurred. There it is, right there. And I never thought I could wheeze so hard. It's 3:30 in the fucking morning on a Thursday. This is a week ago. I wanted to share this for a while, but I was just like, you know what? I'm just gonna do it. I'm gonna do it when I want to. And I totally forgot about it yesterday when I had the eye patch on. Which, by the way, for those who are wondering, I'm fine. I got a Chalazion lanced. Google it. It's actually a pretty interesting procedure. I'm fine. A little blurry at the moment because of the ointment that I have to put on it for a couple days for the eye, but it's doing good. It's doing good. But yeah, as soon as I saw this, I just started wheezing. Like no no just straight, like sounded like I'm sounding like a tea kettle. Which I appreciate this more than anything. But that's just kind of like the warm up thing that I want to talk about. That video is great. It also, hold on, actually I should bring this back up for another reason. Look at this man side-eyeing, not looking at his friend or his brother or homie, whatever it is, just kind of just like, I don't think I should laugh at this. I really don't. He's trying so hard. He's fighting for his life. The guy is fighting for his life, and then the other friend just comes in, is like, I can't. I gotta hug you, bro. I gotta hug you because it's so fucking hilarious. Oh my god, I love this. I love this. This is why I love content creators like this. It makes everything amazing. But anyway, now we're gonna get to the story here. So the last time we talked about SuperMega, we got into the actual video, of Lex Dog talking about the allegation, alleging, which Don admitted in a not in an I think it was a live stream or a video. I could be mistaken on that. So like she was in the clear of that. Now honestly, in my opinion, because I did watch the rest of the video off stream. I said I was gonna watch the rest of it with you guys, but my apologies on that. But the way I'm taking it is the way that I watched that video. I just watched it and I sat there and went, so she's trying to not blame Matt and Ryan, but she's blaming Matt and Ryan because they didn't do stuff in time, type of shit, and they didn't like wait on her hand and feet for that. That's where I kind of drew the line right there. Like, I sympathize with her, obviously, in terms of the whole Dawn situation, but I honestly, you could have went to Nashville. Most studios now are actually going remote. I've met some people who actually do work for what is formerly Maker Studios, now Disney Studios, out in Burbank, California, and they live like right here, Midwest USA, you know. So it's kind of weird that people are sitting there going like, well, I don't need, well, I need to live out here and I need to have housing at that. See, and this is my whole criticism of it. And she knew this. And Kristen Ark, who I will actually be using one of his tweets here in a moment. He pointed this out, that maybe she came from a family of wealth a little bit, maybe or at least good income enough to where like she could save enough money and do that. Because obviously she stated in the video that she lived with her mom. And so then Matt and Ryan came out with videos explaining their side of things. Now Ryan just kind of subtly put in a certain part of that video doing this about another allegation that he's currently facing right now. So this was kind of a oof sandwich and a half, or at least one half of them, while Ryan produced or I think it was Ryan produced a whole 48-minute video of receipts. Now I've watched little bits and pieces of it, and obviously in the video that we're going to be seeing here shortly has the video in reference of that, with some of the reference in it and everything like that. So a massive shout out to Lyrics, who came out with this video. It kind of compiles all the 5+ hour live streams, 3 or 5+ hour live streams. I think it's more than 3 at this point. Multiple live streams coming from all different perspectives and everything like that. They definitely deserve the shout out for sure. Otherwise I would be doing this forever. But so today I checked Twitter, and Chris Dark's talking about this whole situation again. I'm like, okay, what's the fuck's going on? So I check, I do like a simple Twitter search. I'm like, okay, let's see SuperMega. And then I see this tweet. It's by Nicholas Dewey. It says, Lex Dog has removed her allegation against her ex-boyfriend Dom and SuperMega today from her publicly viewed YouTube channel. Now, upon inspection of the screenshot right here, and there it is. Like, and this is 7 months ago. That's the most recent video. If we actually go to her channel right now, it would actually be that. So like, if we hold on, let's open up a new tab. If we go to her new her channel right now, it would be this. This is all of her videos right now that are publicly available. So what does this mean? Because in the next screenshot, it posts her social blade. Now, for those who don't know what social blade measures all your analytics, so to speak. It kind of predicts where you're going to go, where you're going to be, and everything like that. And I noticed this as well, because I checked this. I wanted to make sure that this was either a deletion or it was unlisted. Sometimes in Social Blade's algorithm, I guess it doesn't count. It takes away the viewership anyway from the algorithm because it's either hidden or it's deleted. So that's one of the things why I was like, I was kind of seeing right here, as you see, she's all green, and then today, over minus 452,914. And so Nicholas Diorio continues. It says, this comes days after several high-profile YouTubers and streamers were extremely critical of Nick is Not Green's coverage, in particular, and started to look into SuperMega's allegations more closely. And then he quote tweets a tweet from Turkey Tom. I think this is Turkey Tom. I could be wrong. From Tom, and it says, for the unaware, I've been talking about the SuperMega allegations a lot recently. Yesterday I went on a Destiny stream to fill him in. If you want a great summary of frustrations, be sure to check out his channel. So that's 3 hours. I wouldn't be able to do this video or this live stream watching that immediately. So the thing is, if y'all are interested in it, of course, obviously like the stream, and tell me in the comment section or in the chat that you guys want to watch this video. I'm not the biggest fan of Destiny. But the fact that it got his attention should start making some people who potentially may have fucked up here sweat a little bit. And there's one person in particular I'm going to talk about that I should be saying especially should be sweating. So it's unclear whether this takedown brain. Okay, brain is not working today. It's unclear whether this is this takedown is to the recent scrutiny against her allegations. Could it be litigation? Could be a variety of other things. Many have pointed to Lex Updog's super weird celebration stream, air quotes, celebration stream. And question whether there's a bigger story here. And then obviously it goes into the SuperMega show, Reddit, which I've been reading into it. I didn't really think about this post where it sits there, it goes like it says you Boba Bubbler And it says, hey Lex, it's really bad luck when you do a Super Mega's Downfalls celebration stream with your SO. After the video you posted. So what does this mean? Your SOs, I don't know if they mean like a sexual offender, S offender, or whatever you want to call it now. Trying to not get this channel demonetized early before it even happens. So that happened. And obviously Nicholas Diorio is pointing out the question that maybe this is a bigger story than it's getting to. And so, and there was an update a little bit later, which we're going to get into right now, because as you see here, this is the video in question that doesn't have all the views anymore. As you see right here, I might have to zoom in on this because what's that right there? That is, she has unlisted the video. There we go. She has unlisted the video. And she adds a whole paragraph, almost almost like a creepypasta-esque levels of like biography reading that honestly, I don't even want to read it, but you know, I might I just got to, because you know, we want to make this look good. Let's see here. There you go. I'm getting notifications from other everyone's streaming. Okay, it's all right. It's Saturday, but it's Saturday night's all right for streaming. Okay, right? Anyway, so this is what it says here. It says the last year and a half has been the worst times of my life. I was assaulted and for the people who thought I thought were my friends used their involvement to keep me quiet about it because it benefited their YouTube channel. My silence has been an advantage to them to my own detriment, leaving me hate feeling emo and traumatized. While also not being able to tell people closest to me what happened out of fear of telling on my friends, I can't do it anymore. So that's the original paragraph right there. Which, I mean, that was actually probably if someone that wanted to read the actual description about it, then yeah, that's a fair thing to sit there and go like, oh, okay, well, I got to watch this video, this two hour Kristen Ark deserves a fucking medal for watching this on a 5-hour live stream and everything. Like I couldn't even do it through a 50 minutes into it. Like I've been stuck here for days, hours. I've been here forever. Like, you know, I've been here forever. All right, there you go. You get the point. So she makes an edit to this post to the description, and this is what it says. It says, edit, if you're reading this is now unlisted because it's no longer needs to be up, as it has served its purpose, which was getting my message to people that matter to me after a long time of not having been okay. And number two, the ability to talk about what had ultimately led to me being emotionally devastated for a very long time, affecting many important aspects of my life, hence part of why I spoke about the aftermath of the assault so much. Translate, I could probably translate this a little bit more better, honestly. Yeah, I got my message of my sexual assault that happened. It took them a while, but they finally got him fired. Cool. But I wanted to hurt them more. This is kind of the thing, and this is why I read this multiple times, and I want to read more into it and basically just kind of get you guys into where my mind was when I first read this. So when I was assaulted before I was 17, I wasn't believed by my close friends, so being believed by them is the most precious thing I could ask for. I felt so relieved being able to know that people knew why I wasn't acting like myself. Okay, that's pretty fair, I guess. In terms of this, I mean, obviously, you know, if, like I said earlier, if Don admitted that he did something wrong and she called it out for that, and he apologized for that, and she doesn't want to take it, that's fine. I'm so thankful to be believed by so many, despite me going on for far too long about those many different things. My perspective was that if I talked about so many things, that no one could say something like Lex made this up, because too many things happened that I couldn't even dream of making up, that just, rather than just being really vague about what happened. In doing that, made my sorry hard to understand for many, giving people who had no reason to be charitable a reason to outright disbelieve me. Okay, hold on. This is where I got hung up at first. So I was, in doing so, let's see, hold on. Let me read the whole sentence. The two sentences here. My perspective was that if I talked about so many things, that no one could say something like Lex made this up, because too many things have happened that I couldn't even dreamt of making up, rather just being really vague about what happened. In doing that, made my sorry hard to understand for many. So I think she meant my story hard to understand for many, giving people who had no reason to be charitable a reason to outright disbelieve me. So the way I'm reading it is, I wanted to talk more about stuff that made me comfortable enough to talk about this, because she was worried that people would automatically say, oh well, Lex made this up, which in terms of the essay with Don and everything like that, you know, it's one of those things where I could just sit there and go, you know what, that's a fair point, I guess, to her at least, because like I mean I'm not gonna sit there and say that, you know, her experience with Don was not even justifiable for talking about the Matt and Ryan not taking too long for this to actually be handled. That's on them, though. That's on them, honestly. I still stick with that. That's on Matt and Ryan not having the gates and the procedures and everything like that to basically handle this in an effective and permanent manner. I for instance, I actually do have a policy at the store that I work at in real life, where basically if you're caught doing something to a fellow coworker of the sexy long time way, and they do not consent of that, and they do the investigation, you're pretty much blackballed. Like there's no appeal or anything like that. You're just done. Just done. That's it. Like, it was nice knowing you. That type of stuff. So I mean, I could see where she could come from that, but the other stuff that she could have just sat there as like, this is my experience with Dawn. This is how it was handled. I feel like I wasn't getting treated enough, treated well into this. And that's it. Everyone would have been on her side. There would have been no like, there isn't no like, which I am on her side in terms of the SA things, but then it's just, it feels like she was trying to grab for more beyond this. I felt like she took it too personal that Matt and Ryan didn't help her in time, and in that enabled her more trauma, and she feels like this is actually, let me rephrase that. She felt with her friends enabling her to talk more about the behind the scenes with Matt and Ryan, to basically turn their whole fan base on them. Now now I will say this, there is still a decent amount of people. I've not too long ago actually started talking to some people who are still Matt and Ryan SuperMega fans. And while they believe that what happened to Lex is valid and that should be considered and everything like that, they feel that it is extremely damning that she is being used through the influence of her friends that to get more leverage against Matt and Ryan to get them canceled. And it worked. It worked. If we go right now, if we go to Social Blade here and type in SuperMega, look at that sharp decline. They lost at one point over 33,000 subscribers. Their last date of losing subscribers was literally negative 1,000. And they're losing on the weekly average of minus 10K. Now, granted, it's because their recent video, which I actually do need to grab that. So hold on. No. There we go. We're gonna watch this quick update that they gave this channel here in just a moment, but because I'm gonna read the rest of this. See here. it doesn't also help that I have had an individual around me that who made me this worse for me by taking my trust in them by for granted, by using it as a platform to say a lot a lot of really not okay things while I was out seeing a movie. I would never talked if I knew something like that would happen, because it was seriously it has seriously made me regret saying anything despite the relief I felt prior. It also doesn't help that I have had an individual around me that who had made this worse for me by taking my trust in them for granted, to be used as a platform to say a lot of really not okay things. So this is kind of hinting at something that Layton, who was in that live stream with Lex, was referencing. So let's see here. See, it felt prior. I genuinely didn't expect this to get as big as it did, so this is why I am unlisting the video as well. I very rarely upload to this channel. Check the other uploads. Use it as like a time capsule and a place I upload long messages like life updates to archive them. And I didn't, still to be honest, really know how the YouTube algorithm works to know that it would have blown up like this. Being familiar with the site now, I would have left it without comments and unlisted from the very beginning. If you were more familiar with the website than I was before uploading this, I linked this video to my smaller Twitter account, close tied with Don's versus all my social medias, thinking that the people on my Twitter pretty much were the main people that would have seen it, maybe even less. If you compared the views to my other videos, you could see why I thought this. My intention was to get my message about Don immediately completed, plus believed, and talk about what happened afterwards. After that, unfortunately led me to see him again, which is what led to a lot of the interpersonal chaos that I learned wasn't necessarily explaining in detail or even at all to be believed. I have seen online that many things can lead people to not believe victims, and I felt so scared about not being believed than that I thought it was more believable to mention more things than less, and I have considered it would have muddied the water instead. Okay, I'm gonna address that last sentence first, and then I'll address the rest of the stuff. So where's the beginning of this last sentence? So I've seen online that many things can lead to people to not believe victims, and I felt so scared about not being believed that I thought it was more believable to mention more things than less, and I hadn't considered it. It would have muddied the water instead. Okay. So hold on. So where is it? I read this earlier. My perspective was that if I talked about so many things that no one would say something like Lex made this up, because too many things have happened that I could have not dreamt of. This is where I believe they used her as this is why I do believe, in my opinion, and this is strictly my opinion, and it's nothing against Lex or anything like that, as she's actually she'll state in this the last paragraph, she was too gullible with these other people who had an absolute hate boner for Matt and Ryan, and this was the result of it. Like this is the result of it, I guess. Right? Like, and plus, and this is something that I've kind of thought about on the way home here from work. You work and you were also in videos with them, with Matt and Ryan. You were on their podcast multiple times. I think you were on there at least 3 or 4 times, right? The fact that you talked about everything else post that, and then kind of griped about certain things that you knew would absolutely hurt your message, which I could see why you didn't want to do that. You didn't do that intentionally. And I think the current set of friends that you have, including Langton, gaslit you enough to believe that, oh, if I talk shit about them, this will get the message across. That this will get the message across that my essay wasn't taken care of too quickly. They should be canceled for that. Their magnum opus should be teared down because of cancel culture. And also think about it for a minute here. We even had a Me Too moment literally in YouTube and on Twitch and on right now and like everywhere. Literally, it's the massive wave of things happening. Finding out if people were actually doing really fucked things to people, and finding out that there's actually some people who've done even more fucked things to make their story more real, and turns out to be fake. I think this is ridiculous at this point. We have to explain this. If some things I've said in this edit wasn't a tell, I'm feeling very wasn't a tell. If some things I've said in this tale wasn't a tale, I've been feeling very introspective lately. And this situation aftermath has made it obvious I had a lot to learn about in general, especially having a better judgment for myself. And in that, I need to meet new people who won't take advantage of me, because I could be real gullible and think everyone has my best interest at heart, even in situations where I shouldn't. LOL. I hope. Hold on. You know what? Hold on. For God's sakes, to those who take advantage of SA people, for God frickin' sakes,
stop it. Get some help.
Thank you, Michael Jordan. Thank you, Michael Jordan. I hope everyone has a nice day. If you see this and got to here, thank you so much for reading. So that's pretty much it for that. So when that happened, this is after 3 days ago, Matt and Ryan posted this video. It says, what's up, Matt and Ryan are here. It's been a minute, so we wanted to pop back in and share some updates with you. You're probably wondering, is SuperMega over? Are Matt and Ryan done? What happens next? Well, ... To be honest, ... We still don't know the answer to these questions. We've stepped away from the internet to reflect on things and focus on our mental health. We might return one day, or maybe we'll decide that's not what we want. Only time will tell. If we make any decisions, we'll sure to let you guys know. But for now, we're stepping away from SuperMega to focus on ourselves. We're always going to cherish the memories you guys we made with you guys. We're posting the final bits of content we've had and post a more detailed update over on our Patreon. We figure out the folks who stuck around on there deserve something to smell nice. Unreleased songs, my music clips, the final 2 unreleased episodes of Super Mega Cast and plus After Hours. Unreleased mail video tour would have been our new office. A much more detailed update, look at our final D&D show, final Q&A video, more blah blah blah. But anyways, it's been our dream since we were kids. Thank you for making it real. It's been a hell of a ride. They're basically saying goodbye. Truly, we sorry we don't have more concrete, but we all know certain that we need time to reflect and grow and focus on our lives outside the internet. They're basically gonna go touch grass. The 2 of us will always remain friends. Best friends, Super Mega or not. Thank you for everything. Till next time, friends. Okay. So that's pretty much what's going on here, and everything. So Lyrics came out with a video. Lyrics came on with the video today. And by the way, this is before, so this post right here, I want you guys to think about this for a minute, because this is Layton saying this on July 31st. It's the 27th now, almost a full month. A full month saying this. This is what they said. They said, during my live stream, I told a story of how I felt my ex-boss misgendered someone behind their back at the office. I had no idea that this person identified as gender fluid. Said all that shit. All that shit about them. And oh my gosh. No, I how does this fucking work? How do you even work in this? I had no idea that this person identifies as gender fluid. I was also unaware that they use he, she, they, it pronouns. It wasn't my place to assume someone's gender and pronouns. I assumed have checked with this person's before I spoke to easily clarify their feelings. The most important thing, there's zero excuse for anyone to try to find this person directly harass any harassment towards them. I told that story as an example of how I witnessed people at the Plex talk about other queer people, and I purposely didn't say this person's aiming to protect their identity. Okay, cool, whatever, but you basically decided that they were misgendered without even asking. Oh my, hold on. Where is it? Hold on. Where is it? Where's my button right now? Hold on. This man was literally
You are coping and seething.
this man was coping and seething. Coping and seething. Because he knew he fucked up. Lyrics. You're a disgusting liar. Mango. So it was you that misgendered them, and you didn't even ask them? That's wild, dog. You know what? That actually, that is, hold on. I gotta sit here and actually say Mango W. It's a little far-fetched. So Mango, if you're watching this, my friend, don't get weirded out by that, because that is truly a W, because you're calling them out on the right set of circumstance here. I'm absolutely heartbroken that I've hurt this person. I hope everyone can be respectful, leave them alone. They do not deserve any stress, harassment, and negative intention from this. I've only shared that story, believe that they were a victim. You told that story because you wanted to cancel your former bosses. Everyone saw through your bullshit. Now, granted, I was busy doing IRL shit, so I didn't even see the shit. Even Chris the Narc, shout out to Chris the Narc for actually reminding this. Posting this tweet yesterday, technically today, still. Actually apologize to Matt and Ryan for this bullshit you spewed on top of this. Unbelievable he didn't apologize for spreading flat out lies about SuperMega that have been proven wrong, but will grovel on his knees for misgendering someone. LVO, these people are disgusting. That's literally the last thing he should be apologizing for. Exactly. Anyway, like I said earlier, Destiny and Turkey Tom actually covered this, and so Destiny said, people sort of make their own graves. I feel bad that SuperMega got canceled essentially for a false hit piece, but now seeing the fan base they catered to, I absolutely understand why they got turned on so quickly. LOL. And I think this is kind of a slight jab to the Grump verse, as I call it, because a lot of the Grumpverse is very heavily LGBTQA plus, you know, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that, in my opinion. And they came under Markiplier, who is kind of adjacent to the Game Grumps universe. And Markiplier loves everyone. If anyone hates Markiplier, honestly, they shouldn't. They should be doing paint angels in the gravel. That's my opinion on that. You know, in Minecraft, or actually not in Minecraft, in Roblox, in Bass Pro, in Endless Ocean. Let your heart resound. I forgot who sung that song, but that episode of Game Grumps is still one of my favorite episodes of all time. So anyway, we're gonna go ahead and watch this video. And I am old, so I apologize if I want to look at something a little bit quick paced, so to speak. So
Comedy skit YouTube channel SuperMega has recently been the victim of a coordinated op to destroy their credibility and reputation publicly, and I'll be spending the entire video proving that one statement to be true. Matt and Ryan are the two guys running the SuperMega channel, and they've been accused of covering up a sexual assault by OnlyFans girl Lex Updog, homophobia and harassment by ex-employee Leighton, racism.
I didn't think they had the balls to say something racist. No, like, okay, so I've watched a couple of podcasts that there were guests on, and I gotta say, Matt and Ryan, honestly, they're honestly one of the few people that I could actually say that if they and I'm just saying this out loud. I'm thinking it out loud because, you know, maybe the universe will help me out here, so to speak. Say they want to talk about this stuff and then just talk about gaming and everything, like in between, about their lives and everything like that. Maybe they want to come on here. And, you know, obviously I don't like racism on this show. I really don't. Like, I'm cool with everyone that who's LGBTQA plus. Cool people, right? The fact that this Leighton actually caused some of the shit to happen is fucking mind-blowing.
By YouTuber Ethan is online, and much more by another YouTuber Nick is not green that you may know. The thing is though, all these people I just named, Lex, Leighton, and Nick, Ethan, are all shameless liars who spread provable false shit about SuperMega, but for some reason that part of the story never gets mentioned. Lex claiming Matt didn't believe her when she told him about her assault and that he didn't show her support at all, only for text to leak afterwards showing this to be a lie.
They said they believed me and then gave me no support. That's just not what that means. I had no support from them.
Here are the text messages right before.
Okay, before call. Okay, I'm about to call. After hearts. We're here for you. Thank you for sharing that. I know it isn't easy to talk about. Please let me know if you need to talk, vent, or just need to hear. Okay. And then thank you for being such a good friend. See, this is where bullshit starts. Like, see, I see, this is why this is why I have a hard time, and it's nothing against people that who've been essayed online or talk about their essay online. It's because people don't know, like, there's the bullshitters are getting better at bullshitting it, and it actually is costing people's lives. Like, take Amber Heard, for instance. Like, let's talk about that for a minute. Amber Heard almost cost Johnny Depp everything. Everything. Of course, always here for you, Lex. This is after
And right after that call, showing that I was supported. Leighton claiming he was harassed by homophobic jokes that he wasn't comfortable with, only for text to show afterwards that he not only—
Wait, hold on. I got it. Oh.
That's just not what that means. I had no support from them.
Here are the text messages right before and right after that call, showing that I was supported. Leighton claiming he was harassed by homophobic—
This man. Okay, hold on. I can't even do this shit. Like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, are you serious? This dude, honestly, like, Leighton looks like he's just like either had a really hard cry or he just done like some shrooms that are absolutely making his mind blown. Or he's just really good at making himself look like he cried.
Homophobic jokes that he wasn't comfortable with, only for text to show afterwards that he not only was fine with it, but he also encouraged it, even making the same jokes back at them too.
As a gay man, I can say that I was harassed at SuperMega. The gay jokes that they would sometimes go with would go way too far.
Here are screenshots from several—
no, man, we love you. We're so fucking excited to move in with you into the rest of 2021, 22, 23, 23, and onward. We always got your back wherever we need, whatever we need. Also financially, also legit. If we're making too many gay jokes, please tell me. We're always fucking kidding, but I get it if it gets too much. I'm excited to put everything into SuperMega. You sound like a rainbow slur. Wait, actually, hold on. We actually got a button for that now. Hold on, I gotta go to this one here. There we go. It's like a super sorry. I can't also legit if you're making too many gay jokes, please tell me. Always fucking kidding. Okay. Oh, okay. It's the response to over here. It says and he responds to that saying like, you sound like a right now. Okay. Okay. Perfect response. LMAO. We're gonna do some awesome shit, man. Never felt more at home with the job. Real talk. We absolutely love you. Have as a part of SuperMega, you completely revolutionized our company. I love all the gay jokes you guys throw at me. You're a crucial member now. If they're ever too much, just tell us. I'm so fucking hear that. For some reason, it felt weird when Justin would do them. LOLJ. I don't know.
Several occasions where I made sure Leighton was comfortable with these types of jokes, to which he always replied yes, and even in one message said it would be weird.
Sometimes would go way too far.
Here are screenshots from several occasions where I made sure Leighton was comfortable with these types of jokes, to which he always replied.
Now you guys never defend me. There's a heart from I think that's Ethan. I think Justin's nervous that it'll come off as homophobic, but I love you guys. In the
yes,
jokes.
And even in one message said it would be weird
It
if
would
we
be
stopped.
weird if you guys held back. LMAO. Hold on.
Even in one message said it would be weird if we stopped. Ethan claiming
Screenshot. Wait, hold on. What was that?
Weird if we stopped. Ethan
Screenshot this to cover my ass. I mean, hey, look, you should probably stop with the operation if the guy's even trying to cover his ass by saying there. They go like, look, I'm screenshot this just to save my ass. So it's kind of based. I'll give it that.
claiming Matt said the N-word to people with no basis or
Just to make it sure I'm understanding right, you heard Matt and Ryan dropping hard R's multiple times as a joke. Yes, along with the F slur.
evidence at all. And Nick being the worst here, literally outright saying he doesn't give a fuck about finding the truth to the situation here, and will accuse someone of being a rapist, and SuperMega for covering up a sexual assault with no evidence whatsoever aside from his friend's fucking words.
Of course, I'm gonna take the side of a personal friend of mine when she comes out with a story about her own sexual assault. This isn't like an online, like, normal thing where I look at all the facts and I make a decision. No.
That's not an online decision. Are you fucking serious, dude? Okay, hold on. How in the world are you fucking even... Where's common sense? Has common sense died in this country? Like, his common sense honestly has died enough to where you can't even say the word about, like, you know, a cigarette? Oh no, it's a slur here now. Like, the English would tell you, like, call you that left and right. I want to hear that one more time. Just
story about her own sexual assault. This isn't like an online, like, normal thing where I look at all the facts.
Fucking word.
Of course, I'm gonna take the side of a personal friend of mine when she comes out with a story about her own sexual assault. This isn't like an online, like, normal thing where I look at all the facts and I make a decision. No, my friend.
That's called decision making. Oh my god. Oh, it's called decision making, dude. Why are you up? What's up, K-Huck? I hope you're having a good night. I got off work like a couple hours ago, and I'm just covering this story because I was thinking about it too much. How are you, K-Huck? I hope you're having a wonderful evening. I hope you're laying down and having a wonderful time. I'm having a fantastic time with my Sunny D vodka seltzer because I don't have to work tomorrow. Cheers, skis.
Was assaulted and never felt like she was able to be heard. And obviously, I believe her word. I don't really understand where people are coming from when they call me a liar with an agenda.
You literally just admitted that you will accuse someone of sexual assault on your public platform of 700,000 people with no evidence, just your friend telling you, trust me, bro, and you really have the balls to wonder why people...
This is honest. That is true. That's basically the most... That's basically one of the most truthful things I think I've ever heard someone say. Like you can't be serious about like saying that you're for survivors, but also you want to know the facts. Like honestly, you know, and like Ben Shapiro said it best, you know, facts don't care about your opinions. If you're gonna ride or die with that person, like honestly, and this is why I've always been told. This is how I grew up. If you have a ride or die friend, they will look through all the bullshit you say in the name of your friendship. They will call you out on that stuff. Like I don't know. The fact that it's 2023 and people are looking at only one side of the argument about whether or not sexual assault, especially when it's presented in an online case, when it's presented online, and people are getting immediately canceled without even a chance to defend themselves, blows my mind. It blows my absolute mind. Like, where's common sense? Gone. Where's common sense gone? It's almost like this thing is going to go on forever. Oh, no, that's not. Nope. I hit the wrong button. There you go. It's gonna go on forever. There you go. Like Terry Funk said. There you go. I'm just gonna make sure that actually is done. The next time I try to do the Copacabana here. Wonderful, wonderful thing called technology as finest, folks. Anyway.
People would call you a liar with an agenda. And by the way, he just said this a few minutes before.
But a lot of this stuff just ends up being personal shit that we can't really prove, and it's not going to hold as much weight because of that.
So you use the...
Wait. You just Nerdy and I are supposed to go over this at one point. I mean, yeah, like honestly, I haven't seen a lot of Lyrics' videos before, but I've watched his last one on Tipster. It's amazing. He actually does a good job, and he's a young kid too. So like I give him the old Cheersky salute right there, you know. I give him the Cheersky salute on that. That is these videos that he's coming out with are bangers after banger after banger. Look, I'm going into Seamus mode, okay? I'm gonna
defensive, hey man, it's he said, she said, personal shit at the end of the day when making a point against SuperMega, but when it comes to your friends, you don't. You just take their word as gospel and believe every word they say to accuse someone of rape with no proof. Okay, well, Nick, I actually have a friend who told me that you raped them last week. What do you suggest I do here, man? Because I know I have a responsibility to not spread false shit on my public platform of thousands of people, but they're my friend and I really just want to make sure their voice is heard. I'm sure you can understand. So yeah, I think I'm gonna take your advice.
His Tipster one's very good. I like how the fact that he just used bow blacks.
And believe them with no evidence at all and make a public video saying that you are in fact a rapist. Nick is not green. I also don't think it's a coincidence that every person involved here is friends with each other and all came out with their own stories in a coordinated time. With Lex first dropping her video to kick it off on July 27th, then Leighton streaming his story the next day on July 28th, then Nick is Not Green releasing his video the next day on July 29th, and Ethan doing a celebratory live stream that SuperMega is losing thousands of subs because you all bold-faced lied about them to destroy their career. I mean, they just uploaded a video saying they don't know if they will be able to continue running the channel due to the recent events and might quit because of this. This is actually fucked. These guys got smeared off of some bullshit and might lose their job because of it. Plus, there's even evidence showing that everything was good.
Let's see here. Good luck, Matt. Nick's Naughty Green. Yeah, I don't like Nick's Not Green. Like, honestly. And it's just because, like, and this is something that I've learned. This current generation, and I think this is because of my newfound oldness, is not green. Nick is not green. Yeah, never. Like this newfound like awareness that I'm having as an old person, like as a 30-year-old living in this world. Okay, these kids don't understand common sense and just like what's the word I'm looking for? Comprehension. There you go. That's the word I'm looking for. They're not comprehending that yes, the sexual assault thing should be told. Hush, I'm gonna be 36 minutes. You know what? Hold on. Cheers. Cheers to you, girl. You have a good birthday, because I'll be working. But I'll be definitely lurking in that stream, alright? I'm pre-gaming for you on Monday, alright? Today and tomorrow, alright? That's a done deal. But let's see here. It says good luck tonight, Matt. I'm heart emoji. I'm in Nashville, but I would like to try to come over to a show before tour is over. We should have a cookout when we're all back in town. Celebrate. Thank you. We'll party hardy soon. I guess who lives like 5 minutes away from you now? It's me. Hope you have a good day. No way, for real. We're are you sitting at my door? That doesn't give me single white female vibes. If anything, that does give me single white female vibes. A little bit. Just teeny bit.
Between Lex and SuperMega up until they fired her friend Leighton, and then suddenly once that happened, she cut contact with them and released her video saying how poorly SuperMega treated her and even covered up her sexual assault. If that was
so this I'm gonna try to go to bed, my dear. Have a good night. Thank you, K-Huck. You have a wonderful night. For those that were watching post, when this is up as just a video or a live stream VOD, everyone go check out K-Huck. She's a wonderful lady. She is a really good interviewer. I watched your Toxic Pepple Up and Doug interview. It was really good, and I appreciate you being in the commentary community, because there's not a lot of ladies that like bring it, and you definitely bring it. So I appreciate you, K-Yuck. So
truly how you felt about them, though, why were you completely fine with them months after they apparently treated you so bad and even covered up your assault? Until one day that all changed once they fired your friend, and suddenly you now have a problem with them. All of the evidence points to this being a
that is actually, I never thought about it that way. So that could actually be the reason why she made the video. All right, it's probably the reason why they made a video. It's so that way they can say like, oh well, they did this, they didn't treat me right, and I want to know what they were thinking. Like, honestly, like, what are they thinking? Sitting there going like, well, you know what, maybe if we put this video out, they won't have enough time to put out the smoke, because is because it's SA, and SA not being reported is bad. It's bad for their publicity. It's bad for them. They deserve to pay. Like, but they treated me right, and they actually dealt with it eventually, even though it was a little longer than normal. Well, you know, they fired me, so you know it was like, oh well, you know what? You're right. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna wear black like it's a Hot Topic date, okay? And I'm gonna sit there and mourn the fact that I was SA. They didn't do everything right to me, and they didn't pay for my lodging or anything like that. It was, you signed a contract, and I probably am not the most smartest man in the world, which I'm not. But I could probably assume in the contract that you signed to work for them that it doesn't include lodging. They did that out of the kindness of their heart. And the fact that you sit there and go like, well, they didn't take care of me. They didn't give me a place to stay and everything like that. It's hold on. Oh my goodness gracious. This is seriously the most
You are coping and seething. You just can't accept what you see.
see what I mean? The coping and seething at the Copacabana.
Vindictive op that this friend group coordinated to try to take down SuperMega. Their real motives are so clear and transparent. But I'm getting ahead of myself. This was just the intro to get you guys invested and hooked in the story. But let's start at the complete beginning of all of this and fully explain this.
Yeah, I felt like a piece of meat because I was just useful for like gaming.
So this whole story begins with Lex Updog releasing her 2 hour and 16-minute video, My Experience with Don Doctor and SuperMega, on July 27th. And the video is that long because for the majority of it, she rants about completely irrelevant petty shit that basically all just boils down to how her and SuperMega fell out as friends. They have problems with miscommunications blowing up small issues into bigger ones, which I'm sure every human on the world has fucking experienced. My personal favorite being when Lex complained about how SuperMega didn't show up to her birthday party.
My birthday was a couple days after, and pretty much no one came to it. And then someone else's birthday.
Welcome to being a fucking adult. I'm sorry. Like I didn't do a birthday party for my 30th. I didn't expect anyone to say happy birthday, but you know what? There was people that said happy birthday. There was a lot of people that didn't know it was my birthday. And then they said, "Oh, hey, happy belated birthday," you know? You don't have to expect a whole party for you, okay? We're not fucking kids anymore. Like, what's that Patton Oswalt bit where he talks about, like, you know, when you reach a certain age, like he said, like you get a birthday, the year 1 through 10, and then after that you get one at 13, then you get one at 16, 18, 21, and then after that it's every 10 years, and then so on. Like am I the only one who actually believes in that? Honestly. Like, am I the only one? I feel like I'm the only one.
It was like 2 days later, and everyone was there.
This being included in the same video where minutes ago you were just talking about how you were sexually assaulted is nuts. There's a lot of stuff like this that I could go on and on about, but for the sake of keeping things clear and direct as possible for this video, it just sums up to them falling out. But there wasn't any huge notable shit either party did that was that crazy here. But the important things here is that Lex claims her boyfriend at the time, Don, sexually assaulted her, and this is her side of the story.
Don sexually assaulted me. He like physically was like forcing me, like attempting to physically force me to give him oral. And the only reason why it didn't work was because I like physically like pushed him away multiple times. And he kept telling me like, just do it. And like multiple times while he was like trying to force my head down, and he's like way bigger than me. I don't know, I was really freaked out after that, so eventually he let me go. But
however, Don released his account of what happened here, and it was much different. In regards to what happened during November 2021, this is my side to what happened. Lex and I were invited over by Matt to stay over at his place for a week. We had been intimate since day one, but on the third night I'd asked her for oral sex. She at first said no because she had a cold sore.
Oh my god, the cold sore. Why? Okay, hold. Why is this cold sore thing just happening? It's like, it's a cold sore. It's a cold sore. Oh my goodness gracious. Hold on. fucking cold sore shit. I'm like, okay, that was actually a good distraction. Thank you. Let's see.
Later, I asked again, and she said yes, but be careful not to be too rough. During the intimate act, I pushed down on her head, after which she recoiled and told me I was being too rough. I then profusely apologized, and we ended up watching TV and going to bed after. But the response that Lex got versus Don from the general public was much different. When Lex gives her side of the story with no evidence, by the way. Damn, this was really tough to read. I'm sorry, Lex. Sending you positive vibes to help you through this. We are here for you. I'm so sorry you had to experience this. Thank you for being so brave to speak out. You deserve literally a million loving words and endless praise for holding yourself up this long. Now it's time to rest and heal. You deserve to be happy and loved the way you want. Come back when you are better and when you want. But when Don gives his side, shut up, rapist, the game, end yourself. Seek professional help, seriously. You just
What the fuck? Oh my god. There's a reason why I don't talk about these communities like this. Like I don't. It's well because hey, I'm small, very very small community. I'm basically like a hair on the back of a horse here, so to speak. When it comes to I'm a hair on the I'm a hair of a horse on a horse's hind end. There you go. That's the way I. Madam, they went on extra. It's a whole Reddit post here. It's a shit post.
Deserve anything and everything that's coming to you. You don't deserve forgiveness. You disgust me. Deactivate and turn yourself in for SA. Your point of view is nothing, dude. You don't deserve any response. Regardless of how you go forward, you will never be anything but a rapist. Whoa. Okay, did
I mean, let's look at that again. Let's look at the account one more time here. Later I asked her again. She said yes, but be careful not to be too rough. During the intimate act, I had pushed down on her head, after which she recoiled and told me that was being too rough. I then profusely apologized, and we end up watching TV and everything like that. So they both agreed, like, you know, hey, okay, sexy fun time is over with. We're just gonna watch TV and cuddle. There you go. And he's the R word.
Regardless of how you go forward, you will never be anything but a rapist. Whoa, okay, did I miss something in Don's story? Because you expect replies like this from someone who just admitted to being a flat-out rapist, but that's not at all what he said. This guy asked his girlfriend for head, she said no earlier in the day because she had a cold sore, so then later on he asked again, she said yes, and then while they were doing it, he pushed down on her head, which she didn't like, and then he apologized and stopped. Where's the rape? He didn't wear her down or anything by asking her like 20 times until she was finally just fed up and said yes. He asked twice within a day. Is that abnormal? Have I been coerced and raped into sex whenever a girlfriend has asked more than once? And in regards to pushing down on her head, this is made out to seem much more severe in writing, but isn't that a completely normal common thing to do when a girl is giving head? That's literally the meme head motion when people say suck my dick. And on top of this, he even says when Lex told him to stop, he stopped and apologized. This sounds like a completely common awkward sexual experience. I'll be willing to bet the
You know, when I actually do agree with this. This is 100% a real thing to say. Like I could sit here and just sit there and go like, yeah, if I was in his shoes, I'd be apologizing profusely if I was being too rough with her. If that was the case, but it's not. I'm not. I'm a gentle lover. Okay, I go with the motion of the ocean. If you want me to be a little bit more aggressive, then you gotta ask. You know, and ask properly. But yeah, I could, and judging by like the personality of Don, it seems like he's a pretty fucking awkward person.
majority of people have gone through. So why is Lex's side getting praised and Don's getting shit on? Well, people just simply chose to pick a side and to destroy Don's life with baseless accusations that he sexually assaulted Lex. Now, at the end of the day, I'm not saying anyone is guilty or innocent here. I don't know what happened, and no one ever will aside from the two involved. But usually what we find in these he said, she said situations is that the truth probably lies somewhere in the middle of both people's accounts of the story. So to ruin someone's reputation with baseless allegations that will now follow him for the rest of his life, preventing him from work, destroying relationships he has with people, and shattering any credibility he has over something we don't even know is true, is some of the scariest mob mentality shit you'll see. I mean, we just saw the public evisceration of Johnny Depp's career a few years ago.
Right here. That's the perfect example of this.
Only for now the truth to come out about a lot of these things that Amber Heard spread false shit about him. And it's especially interesting to see people be so quick to treat Lex's word as if it's scripture, considering in the same video she spread provable false lies about SuperMega.
I don't believe you. You're not trustworthy people anymore. So to say that you feel a certain way is not trustable.
As I said earlier, Lex does a lot of irrelevant shit in this video about SuperMega and Don that isn't even worth covering. But the important thing here is that she claims they covered up her sexual assault.
After they've like pretty much covered up my sexual assault.
And if you're wondering how SuperMega covered this up, this allegation is as incoherent as it sounds. She doesn't substantiate this at all and didn't make one point to prove this in her video. She did mention a lot of unrelated petty shit where at worst SuperMega might have been bad friends to her sometimes, but absolutely nothing to prove that they covered it up. I mean, this is just straight out of her ass. And even they were stumped.
Exactly. Like the way I watched both Matt and Ryan's videos, they weren't even aware. They weren't even aware, and even if they were aware, you know, they didn't know how to go about this. This because they were just now like starting up this whole company. They didn't even have like, you know, because they used to stay in the Grumps studios where there was like actual PR, everything, like the whole 9 yards. Like Game Grumps is just not just, you know, Dan and Aaron just playing video games anymore, or John and Aaron when it was like just them, and then like maybe one friend of theirs doing the editing. It's a whole complex, and they sat under the learning tree, and I bet Aaron showed them how to do this, you know, and they probably forgot, and they probably were just wanting to get like in a physical studio first before they actually done all these things. I could actually say that that's a pretty fair way of saying that. Hey, maybe they didn't have the PR people correctly. Maybe they didn't have the right people in place. Maybe they thought if we had the place first and then had the people second, then maybe this would have been handled a lot differently. It should be the other way around, in my opinion, but some people just, you know, some people have their own way of handling it, and I think they handled it a little crappy. I'll say that. But, you know, this is what I was saying from the beginning. Don't work with your friends, especially in a media type of source.
Sometime why she said this.
We never took any action to cover up a sexual assault, and we never tried to cover Don from any consequences. We removed Don as our channel artist, and we cut contact with him 100%.
And as I showed in the intro, Lex boldface lied about SuperMega not showing her support when she told them about her assault.
I told my friends, and instead of telling me they didn't believe me, they acted just like they didn't, without saying it. And that's just as bad. I had no support from them. They said they believed me and then gave me no support. That's just not what that means.
Here are the text messages right before and right after that call, showing that I was supportive.
Hold on, I want to point something out real quick. Hold on. Watch your eyes.
That's just not what that means.
Here are the text messages right before and right after that call, showing that I was supportive.
She was looking left. Now, once again, I could be like playing devil's advocate here, probably putting her thoughts out there. Maybe putting her thoughts out there. Maybe that's fine. Like in something that, you know, that gives you kind of a structure idea, and not feeling like, you know, if you say something wrong, it's not gonna, like, what's the word I'm looking for? If it feels like it's like a PR / like emotional ply to tell people like, hey, this is what happened to me, this shouldn't happen to you, type of shit. Like, it feels kind of something like that. Like we've had people do that before here on YouTube. Like from even Super Smash Brothers to like even like even in IRL stuff. Like I've heard stories of like my rival companies that are right down the road from my work talk about horror stories of essays and all that, and turning into one big old clusterfuck and everything. This because honestly, this is a huge clusterfuck.
Was not completely callous like it was made out to be.
I had no support from them.
But this seemed to be Lex's tactic, as you could tell from earlier, to throw anything and everything at the wall to see what sticks, from little things.
Had no support from them. They said they believed me and then gave me no support. That's just not what that means.
Here are the text messages
Yep.
right before and right after that call, showing that I was supportive. I was not completely callous like it was made out to be.
I had no support from them.
But this seemed to be Lex's tactic, as you could tell from earlier, to throw anything and everything at the wall to see what sticks, from little things such as the office being too dirty, to huge shit like them trying to help her abuse her Don. She continues to lie though, next claiming after months of Lex staying at SuperMega's building rent-free. Eventually, as they began falling out as friends, Lex claimed they kicked her out cold and made her home.
I was still, you know, Skelly, Jesus. I mean, I know you would. But like, honestly, something like this, if and I'm gonna keep that thought in my head because I don't know if that's TOS. That thought was TOS friendly, but you know.
Homeless.
Said they did nothing but help me, and then gaslit me about it and made me homeless.
Which this again is a lie, and she voluntarily left on her own choice.
We did not throw them out. We did not make them homeless. Here is a text message.
Okay, hold on here. It says, but yeah, y'all have certainly gone beyond, above and beyond your generosity in allowing me to crash for as long as y'all have, and we hate to overstay our welcome any further than we've had. All of our stuff, with the exception of my 2 suitcases in the corner of y'all's living room space, should be currently in the garage. And when we're back, what we could do is move all that said stuff into a proper storage space under lock and key somewhere from the office, so as not to keep talking up y'all's workspace. We're also stop crushing at the office, so no worries on that front either. If y'all have any other concerns, let me know. Thank you for letting us crush Mad Long. And
where they're talking about leaving the office. Y'all have certainly gone above and beyond with your generosity and allowing us to crash for as long as y'all have, and we'd hate to overstay our welcome any further than we already have.
She also has these really weird moments where she brings up very personal shit about SuperMega's friend that committed suicide, as well as bringing up that Matt cheated on his ex.
Daniel, their friend Daniel, Matt's like at least twice in front of me, separate times we'll hang out with him, has called Daniel a coward. So no, they don't care about suicide.
This really hurt the
wow. I forgot that she actually pointed that out. And I was like, oh, wow. She would go that far?
here because this is simply untrue. That experience affected me and Ryan more than anything has ever affected us in our lives.
A girl that Matt cheated on his girlfriend with. Matt's ex that knew Jim first got betrayed by Jim, and everybody pretty much knew except for her.
How is this relevant? I have no clue. How else am I supposed to interpret this, aside from it just being blatantly character assassination and continuing the pattern of throwing anything at the wall to see what sticks to try and cancel them? I think a very telling comparison here is to look at Matt's leveled, mature take on this falling out between the two versus Lex's.
The thing that really plagued the situation was lack of communication, miscommunication. All around, it was a pretty weird vibe, and I think all four of us could have acted more mature during that period, but we failed to communicate. Here's a text from Lex in the group chat acknowledging that they had been, distant towards us, but it was a two-way street and it was miscommunication.
Basically saying, hey, we both made mistakes in the situation and miscommunicated, but life moves on and it's not that serious. However, Lex, on the other hand, decided to publicly try and destroy their reputation over this petty shit, when in reality, both parties did wrong and made mistakes leading to their fallout. However, something SuperMega never did that she decided to do is straight up lie about them multiple times and make a video trying to destroy their career. Matt even shows texts of Lex being two-faced towards him, being very cordial and friendly, showing that they worked out any problems between the two months later. But of course, this all changed as soon as SuperMega fired Leighton.
Since last summer, I assumed that my relationship with Lex was much better. For example, here's several texts I received from Lex between November of last year and February of this year. Good luck tonight, Matt. Heart emoji. I'm in Nashville, but I'd like to try to come to a show before tour is over. We should have a cookout when we're all back in town to celebrate. I said, thank you. We'll party hardy soon. Guess who lives like 5 minutes away from you now? It's me. Hope you're having a good day. Then on my birthday, she texted me, happy
single white female. Single white female, babes. Single white female vibes.
Happy birthday, Matt. I love you. Hope your day is great. I thought that after I apologized to her last July, things had smoothed out, and I think you can see why I would think that, but that communication ceased around the time that we fired Leighton, who is a close friend of hers.
So you were good and friends again and worked out all your issues that happened months earlier, even asking them to hang and have a cookout. But the minute your friend gets laid off by them, everything changes, and now you're acting like those past issues were never resolved between you two and make a video saying actually how horrible people they are. You were fucking friends with them a few months ago until your friend got laid off. This girl's a complete snake bitch. How are people not seeing this?
Snakes. Snake. Severus Snape. Yeah, this up dog is going down, dog. Just saying. I'm sorry. That's a bad joke on my part, but the fact that, okay, I'm just gonna say this. If she's that gullible, like, why the sudden mood change? Oh, it was because my friend got fired. Okay. You were still in a you were still there. You could have gotten him to help Lexington get another job in the same industry. Like, I mean, I don't know about you, but I'd rather work with people that I don't even know in the movie industry or in the media industry. I wouldn't even want to work with anyone that I know unless we actually developed a friendship in that movie, and then I'm like, okay, you know what? Maybe I want to work with you guys more. You know, that type of stuff. It's all about the collaborations and everything like that. Like, especially in YouTube and everything. Like, the way I'm looking at YouTube is like collaborations are everything. Unless you have like a whole like year and a half worth of videos planned, right? You would have to do more collaborations than videos to actually work things out, to make money out of that. Like, for instance, like with Mr. Beast, with the whole thing with him recently, apparently he is going through a little bit of a mental health issue because they're trying to film all these videos for the remainder of the year. And honestly, out of all the people on YouTube currently that deserves a break, and I mean a fucking break, is Mr. Beast. Because let's look at this here for a minute. He is working on Feastables. He's currently in the middle of a lawsuit for with the Ghost Kitchen Association for the Mr. Beast quality, Mr. Beast's kitchen quality. You got just regular Mr. Beast. Then you got Mr. Beast's philanthropy. Mr. Beast Reacts, Mr. Beast Gaming. Like, this dude's everywhere. There's not one day I see Jimmy's face. Like, I can't explain it.
It's right in your face how two-faced this girl is.
Happy birthday, Matt. I love you. Hope your day is great.
A few moments later.
They've like pretty much covered up my sexual assault.
I love you.
Covered up.
I love you.
Covered up. I don't believe you. You're not trustworthy people anymore.
If you don't believe me still, I'm sorry. I'm not lying. I have no reason to lie.
Now, Leighton is an ex-employee of SuperMega who was fired for not performing well enough at his job, and ever since has been on a vindictive campaign to try and ruin their credibility publicly for months now. First putting out a tweet accusing them of homophobia, and
Hold on.
to try and ruin their credibility publicly for months now. First putting out a
my last tweet was incredibly vague, and I honestly should have thought about before posting it. I'm honestly, oh, this is the tweet that got him Langton doing something that I really like, which is the
You are coping and seething.
there you go. It was such a beta move.
a tweet accusing them of homophobia and would talk shit in Twitter spaces and replies constantly accusing them of mistreating him. However, none of these attempts were successful until the day finally came when SuperMega was already getting a ton of heat from Lex's video. Literally the next day on July 28th, he goes live for 3 hours with a full bullet-pointed script going over every small thing that he felt SuperMega did wrong to him. So not only on the face of this, the motive is entirely disingenuous and so clearly is just trying to piggyback off of Lex's recent allegations to make it about himself and boost his own story jumping on the dog pile. But on top of that, it's very much like Lex, he just straight up lied about them numerous times. He claims he was harassed.
I think this is not about the sexual assault anymore. I wouldn't even consider it a sexual assault now.
By homophobic jokes that SuperMega would make towards him, and that they went too far and made him uncomfortable.
I can say with confidence that I was truly harassed. As a gay man, I can say that I was harassed at SuperMega. The gay jokes that they would sometimes go with would go way too far.
But Matt shows text proof of them checking in with Leighton multiple times, and him responding saying that he's completely fine with it, and even encourages it.
Here are screenshots from several occasions where I made sure Leighton was comfortable with these types of jokes, to which he always replied yes, and even in one message said it would be weird if we stopped. In this message, Leighton says he sees no issues with the jokes. Here he says he feels more comfortable around us than anyone, and I said, real talk, we absolutely love having you as a part of SuperMega. You've completely revolutionized our company. Leighton responds by saying, I love all the gay jokes you guys throw at me, and I said, you're a crucial member now. If they're ever too much though, just tell us. And he said, I'm so fucking happy to hear that. I fucking love working with you guys. Nah, you guys have never offended me. I think Justin is nervous that it'll come off as homophobic, but I love you guys and the gay jokes. It would be weird if you guys held back, LMAO. Here's another instance where I said, also legit, if we're making too many gay jokes, please tell me. We're always fucking kidding, but I get it if it gets too much, haha. He responded by saying I looked like an F slur. I said, okay, perfect response, LMAO.
So what changed, Leighton? You lost your job and have nothing to gain from them anymore. That's what's changed.
As a gay man, I can say that I was harassed at SuperMega.
He continues lying through his teeth though.
Actually, that's the biggest coping and seething I think I've ever seen. And this is piggybacking off of another coping and seething.
Next, claiming that SuperMega made him extremely uncomfortable with the crude jokes they would make exposing themselves around the office.
Matt yells from the office in the back room that he might as well show me his dick and balls because I'm gonna see it anyways. So he goes, hey Leighton. And I turn around, the dude's dick and balls are out, and then he puts them away, and I'm like, Matthew. And then like everybody laughs kind of stuff.
But come to find out, he would do the exact same shit, even flashing his cock and balls to Matt and Ryan while recording a video.
Leighton also said that we repeatedly made him uncomfortable by exposing ourselves to him around the office. It's true that we did do a lot of crude jackass style bits around the office, and that's apparent in our videos too. But if Leighton ever felt uncomfortable by any of that, he never showed it and he never brought it up. I find it a little ironic that he complained about this, considering
if you can't like, oh my goodness, why okay, why are these people so stupid? Why is this cancel culture bullshit, hokey bullshit is just like a thing? Like, if you ever felt uncomfortable about it, he should have said something. Yes, 1,000 times yes. Like, this is why I can't. This is why I can't take the internet so seriously anymore. Like, this is why. Because damned if I'm gonna get an SA down here by people who don't know common sense laws and everything like that just sit there and go like, well, he did a thing I didn't like, so I'm gonna say that he did this. He did SA, and when they show the other people show the receipts, you're gonna sit there looking pretty dumb right now. And right now you look pretty fucking dumb.
For example, in December we were recording a podcast when he came in unannounced and showed us his cock and balls.
Late 20s, Chuck. Hey, Leighton.
Hey.
Whoa.
Somebody's
Do you see his balls?
Leighton, you want to come take a seat?
Do you see his balls? I don't think it's appropriate for the podcast. You want to wrap yourself in a towel.
Yeah, I could really tell you had a big problem with this and it made you uncomfortable, man. And you know, you can call this weird and inappropriate to have this lax of a relationship with an employee. That's completely fair. And personally, I'm not really a fan of the, hey, look at my literal cock in your face type of humor either. But at the end of the day, it was clear they treated this.
Not gonna lie, I'm gonna backhand someone in the face if they show me their cannon and 2 cannonballs. Yeah, of course. Then and there. Yeah, I definitely would myself. By the way, Gospel and Skelly, you guys are more than welcome to come and join the call if you want to. But we're almost done through this video, so I mean,
work environment, more like a group of friends that all took part in it, that all cracked jokes at each other. And for Leighton to retrospectively act as if he was traumatized and harassed by this when he did the same shit, especially to say this now after being fired, it just makes all of his motives so transparent of just being a disgruntled employee that's going to say anything to try and discredit SuperMega, despite if he actually felt like he was harassed or not. He's gonna.
you know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of that SpongeBob episode. See, this is how fucking SpongeBob will never die. Okay, it's until the day like Tom Kenny passes away or one of the big main voices passes away. It's because of this stuff. I'm likely head to bed, but because I gotta take care of my nephew an hour away to Aunt's wife so they could go back to school party. Oh, okay, man. Hey, you have a good night, man. I just
gonna say it anyway to try to take them down,
even though they would make jokes about things that I would never joke about.
Do you see his balls?
how did I predict? Okay, I haven't even seen this video. And just they play this fucking SpongeBob. Hold on.
Never joke about.
Balls?
I'm not lying. I have no reason to lie.
But the funniest part of the stream was when he tried to call out Ryan for transphobia and misgendering his partner. The thing is though, Leighton didn't know that Ryan's partner was fine with being called any pronouns, and instead, he decided that he was going to assume himself. So Leighton misgendered the same person he's trying to call out someone else for misgendering here.
Ryan McGee openly misgenders a trans person in his life that he cares very much about behind their back. I can't tell you how many times I would hear Ryan McGee say, "I'm gonna go home to my boyfriend," or "I'm gonna go fuck this guy." But it broke my fucking heart. Literally, their fucking partner is misgendering them all the fucking time. It makes me so fucking mad to see just blatant transphobia.
You know, you're right, Leighton.
You are coping and seething.
You need to get fucked, Leighton.
I hate to see blatant transphobia too.
This partner is such a sweet person. I didn't know them well. I don't think they ever liked me. So we just weren't ever close.
He even self-admits he didn't even know them well. This is such a bad look. He's really looking for anything to throw at the wall, and even when he does that, he fucks it up. And funny enough, he released an apology about this, but didn't release an apology about all of the other blatant lies that he told about SuperMega. These people are disgusting. During my stream, I told a story of how I felt my ex-bosses misgendered someone behind their back at the office. I had no idea that this person identifies as gender fluid. It wasn't my place to assume someone's gender and pronouns. I should have checked with this person before I spoke to easily clarify their feelings.
Maybe that's their way of apologizing to both. They're trying to do it with two stones, kill two birds with one stone. That's how I'm looking at that apology now. Just like, oh well, my former employers apparently did this, and they were actually fine with it, so I'm kind of sorry. I'm sorry. Fucking.
What a fucking joke.
It makes me so fucking mad to see just blatant transphobia.
He continues to lie though, next saying that SuperMega was looking for any reason to get rid of him and fire him, when in reality, he himself suggested leaving due to his poor performance. So he very well knew the reason why he was fired, but of course is just trying to embellish the story as much as possible to try to paint SuperMega out in the worst light.
Matt and Ryan were looking for any excuse to fire me.
Leighton himself actually suggested leaving SuperMega prior to being terminated. So when he stated on stream that we were looking for any reason to fire him, this simply isn't true. Here's a text he sent to me and Ryan in the week leading up to his termination. "I'm sorry I messed up."
Really sorry about let's see here. I put in multiple mods. I'm sorry I messed up with so much of my position. I forgot about a few of them. Sorry I messed up with my position, and it's harsh. It's not being harsh. I know it's both of your company, and all of this makes the two of you look bad. I can step away from the merch stuff if you guys like. If not, I'm not doing enough if you guys feel like I'm not doing enough for this role. I'm sorry I messed up. So much of you are really sorry if both of you. He basically put in his 2 weeks without even saying it though. That's the I've put in my 2 weeks in similarly like this, you know. Like I mean it was my first job and I didn't even know how I wasn't mad or anything like that. You know, but like, you know, shit happens. See, I'm really sorry to both of you. Caused me many internal issues. Internal issues plus public issues. No one else is messing up as much as I am, and especially when there's only 6 of us, I'm sure it really shows. I 100% understand if it's you guys, you're ready for me to leave SuperMega and let someone else take care of my responsibilities. It's not fair to you.
So much with my position. It's not being harsh. I know it's the both of your company, and all of this makes the 2 of you look bad. I can step away from the merch stuff if you guys feel like I'm not doing enough for the role. I'm sorry I've messed up so much. I 100% understand if you guys are ready for me to leave SuperMega and let someone else take care of my responsibilities. It's not fair to you 2 that I keep screwing up. So yes, as you can see, Leighton was aware of his performance and the issues that were taking place with his job, and we were not looking for any reason to fire him. We did not want to fire him.
There's so much petty shit I could go over from the stream too. Like Leighton weirdly bringing up SuperMega's friend who committed suicide out of the blue, claiming they made fun of him.
Matt and Ryan make fun of Daniel for killing himself. They make fun of him for killing himself.
And then logs were leaked of him even talking shit behind his friend.
They make fun of him for killing himself.
And
I mean, if I had a free home, I'd take the vacations all the time that rents money. I told them to be out by mid-August. I had a serious convo about it. It's what's another month going to hurt or 2? We might as well let them stay till Christmas. Jim, why don't you make people move out before the holidays? It doesn't seem cruel. It does seem a bit cruel. I'll give them the talk today. Tell them no more weed unless the lease is signed. They'll lose it. Rev just told me they've been loading the cars for this trip since 1 a.m. Bro, it's how it takes 10 hours to put a backpack in a car. Oh god, the backpack is so heavy. Oh, my poor body that outweighs this thing by about 20 tons, by like 100 something pounds or 180 pounds. God, get real.
And then logs were leaked of him even talking shit behind his friend Lex's back, but I think you guys get the idea. This guy's a complete lying piece of shit with a personal vendetta to destroy SuperMega ever since getting fired. And it seems like the pieces are starting to align here. After they initially fell out, a few months later, Lex and SuperMega rekindled and became friends again for months, but then she completely cut contacts the minute Leighton was fired. So why would Lex be friends with SuperMega again for months if she was apparently treated so bad by them? And then at the coincidental same time her friend was fired, retrospectively look back on her and SuperMega's relationship and make a video line that they treated her worse than she was. I think what really happened was that Lex and SuperMega had their falling outs like how friends do sometimes, but then made up afterwards, putting the past behind them, even planning cookouts, all up until Leighton was canned, and then he went and talked a lot of shit to Lex about SuperMega, resulting in her eventually cutting them off, and then Leighton convincing her that she was treated a lot worse than what really happened, getting her on the fuck SuperMega train, which then eventually resulted in her making her video. Because why else would Lex suddenly change her mind about being friends with SuperMega after working out all of their past issues with each other? But then out of the blue, all the same things that was resolved now became ammunition to attack SuperMega for, and to embellish a story and create all of these lies to paint them out to look in the worst light. It was Leighton
It's because Leighton wanted payback, and because she is gullible. I'm gonna admit that. She is a very fucking gullible person. And she should, like, the fact that she let these people like embellish her story on top of that, on top of their own gripes with covering them with lies also. Man, she is a bitch. All these people are just coping and seething forever and ever and ever.
Getting fired. That was the start to this entire thing and made the difference between a normal story that isn't public of just 2 friends falling out and eventually rekindling and becoming chill with each other again versus this huge personal vendetta to try to take down their whole career. All the evidence points to this being the case. The timing is just far too perfect. And then of course they dragged along their big YouTuber friend Nick is not green to make a video blowing up this situation, getting it the attention they need to put the final nail in the coffin of SuperMega.
Someone that I'm personally friends with, someone who goes by the name Lex or Lex Updog online.
The literal next day after Leighton's stream, Nick is not green releases a 36-minute video called SuperMega is full of horrible people. And throughout this video he presents Lex's allegations as not allegations like they actually are, but instead 100% truth and absolute fact.
And that first night, Don sexually assaulted Lex. They have a predator in the same room as them. You hid the sexual assault of a friend of yours. I think him and Matt are both pretty despicable human beings for letting any of this happen.
He flat out calls Don a predator, a rapist, and says SuperMega covered up a sexual assault and protected a rapist with no evidence at all. He also claims his motive in making this video is just to innocently lift up the victims' voices and to make sure that Lex's voice can be heard.
My main objective for this video is to lift up Lex's voice and allow her to be heard about something that she felt unsafe talking about for a very long time.
But then he spends half the video going over completely unrelated shit that has nothing to do with Lex's story to try and make SuperMega look worse. He reads Reddit posts shitting on them, going over Leighton's stream full of lies, in addition to covering one of Matt's exes, complaining about her hookup with him.
Matt actually cheated on a long-term girlfriend of his very recently. Matt ghosted Mordecai after she asked him to hang out on September 10th. Matt told Mordecai that he was bragging to all his friends about hooking up with her.
Mordecai. What does that name? Oh, okay. You know what? I know who Mordecai is. Never mind. Consider that thought just my super mega lore kind of straight up trash. Yeah, this is pretty irrelevant. Like, I mean, other than to slander Matt and Ryan, specifically Matt.
Seems like Matt Watson is a 14-year-old boy, and he looks like it too.
What the fuck is this? How is this even relevant?
And my favorite post right here says, rape apologist gets what he deserves, and it shows Matt getting the absolute shit beaten out of him. Let's just let it play a couple more times.
But, okay. He was getting the shit kicked out of him for charity. It's like, fuck the kids. I don't care. My friend was brutally sexually assaulted, allegedly.
You can keep watching it. My main objective for this video is to lift up Lex's voice.
5 minutes later.
Let's just let it play a couple more times. I don't really understand where people are coming from when they call me a liar with an agenda.
And in his second video on the topic, he just flat out admits to believing in Lex's word completely, simply because he's friends with her. Just watch this. It's unbelievable how he flat out just says this without realizing how retarded it is.
Of course, I'm gonna take the side of a personal friend of mine when she comes out with a story about her own sexual assault. This isn't like an online, like, normal thing where I look at all the facts and I make a decision. No.
Why do I feel like this person would honestly be one of those types of people that would just sit there and go like, if you don't believe me, you're not my friend. Like, I think that's the type of person that I think he is. This is Nick Not So Green. Yes, this is Nick Not So Green. They finally kind of got lyrics went into that guy is a goofball. This guy, honestly, I feel like there's all we needed to know is he has a tinfoil yarmulke up there and he is ready to go. He has the mothership ready to go. Or not, maybe he's not of Jewish faith. Maybe he has a paper a tinfoil airplane right under there, or he has his tinfoil hat just conveniently hidden under, or it's wrapped around the hat so you don't see it, but it's there. This is the type of person that I believe they would tell you that he's in the spherical of the left-wing commentators that says some really stupid shit right there with Hassan. So he probably would agree with Hassan. Yeah, oh yeah, 9/11. America deserved 9/11. Like that type of bullshit. Like why the fuck would you say that? Hassan's weirdo anyway. He's a fucking imbecile. And by the way, this is what I think 80/30 would look like, honestly, if he was if he dressed up the part to be Dale Gribble. Okay? He'd be sitting there going like, Hank, they're not letting me shop in the handicap aisle. I'm calling their more along the lines of disingenuous people about people they don't like. More along, yeah, exactly. Like, Hank, they're not letting me go into the express lane. I have a lot of items and they don't want me to buy, but it only allows 10. This is bullshit. I'm calling corporate. Like that. Why do these people exist? Oh, California. California exists. And honestly, everyone knows my thoughts about California. They're a whole bunch of bitches. Even more than that.
Beta!
All right, that's what they are. That's my issue with this dude's content. He's trying to assassinate the character of Matt and Ryan to prove his point about the allegations. Exactly. So I wrote down a prediction at lunch when this happened. And I don't have the piece of paper, but I'm gonna rewrite it on Twitter. All three of those, all four of the people involved in this, or actually six. There's 6 people, 8 people involved in this. Matt and Ryan are gonna take them to court. And if you don't think that is actually proof of that happening, let me remind you, and I'm going back to their Reddit real fast so I could find it. Trying to find it. If I'm not mistaken, they sued Jackson Tucker. They're not afraid to drop down a suit, honestly. So I'm going to say this. A year from now, if this actually does happen, and I do believe it's going to happen, that Matt and Ryan are going to sue the living fuck out of Lexington. What's Nick is not green, and the other person that I can't remember his name of right now. Yeah, Jackson embezzled tens of thousands of dollars for that lawsuit. Makes sense. AIDS, exactly. That lawsuit makes sense. I'm saying it right now. They're gonna drop a lawsuit. And hi, Abby. I hope you're doing well. Like this. I can't talk to Dollar Store Dale Gribble here, okay? That their opinion is valid in this when they know it's all lies. And you know what? I'm opening up the door. Someone could take a clip of this and they could tag them all. They're more than welcome to come into my stream and talk about this. I'm more than welcoming to them. What are we watching? We're watching the false cancellation of SuperMega is a video that Lyrics just made. It's a good video. Krusty Shackelford. Doesn't put conditioner before his shampoo and hair ass. Remember, this is a comedy show, folks. This is slightly comical. Mostly because I say stupid shit. I haven't watched it yet. Well, we're almost done with it. There's like 5 minutes left of it.
My friend was assaulted and never felt like she was able to be heard. And obviously, I believe her word.
This isn't an online normal thing where I look at all the facts and I make a decision. Yeah, that really just came out of his mouth when talking about rape allegations.
And obviously, I believe her word.
Completely shameless, just admitting he will use his platform of 700,000 people to call someone else a rapist with no evidence as long as his friend says so. Incredible.
All I really want out of this video and out of this situation is for the victims in the story to be heard and to have a voice.
You know, you say you're all about victims, you know, you're all about lifting up the weak voices and giving them a platform to speak on, but it's not true. You stand up for your friends, you stand up for women, and anything that your political alignment agrees with. But you don't even know who the victims are in this situation, so I don't know why you're saying victims. You stand up for baseless accusations if your friend says so, and we'll call a random person.
I mean, that says it right there. It's like the more I watch this, the more the introduction got me, and it got me. The more I actually do believe that this is the biggest hoax I think in YouTube in quite some time. Like, we're talking like shit that could get everyone canceled at this point. It's not even Matt and Ryan getting canceled anymore. These guys are they're gonna get blackballed if they don't come out soon and say, "Oh, this is not real." I want to apologize to Matt and Ryan. I want to say that this whole shit was completely out of pocket and everything like that, but they're not. They're going to keep digging. They're going to keep digging until they're either on the other side of the world in China or in where the fucking Seagate submarine is, or I don't know where Osama bin Laden was allegedly laid at. So I mean, who knows? But this video honestly just revealed to me that, and it makes my brain hurt. I apologize that my brain is hurting because of this. It makes me remember that if anyone who believes everything they heard on the internet is real should get their fucking head checked. Like, honestly, where's Michael Jordan when I need him?
Stop it. Get some help.
Thank you, Michael Jordan. Like, see, I'm one of those people that go by the 40-60 rule. Like, 40% of most stuff that you see on the internet is real. The 60% is either copy pastas or of mindless ramblings of some dude in a room. Oh shit! Hi. Making false allegations because they don't like this person because they fired their best friend. That's pretty much it. That's pretty much it, honestly. Like, I honestly don't even want to watch the rest of Lex's video. It's 2 hours long. I'm too stupid to watch it. But thankfully, Lyrics did it for me. Medal of Honor for you. Medal of Honor. Cheers. Bing. Gotta love those Sunny D seltzers.
Person a rapist, even though you have no proof. That's what you stand for. Don and Lex have completely different accounts of what happened, but you don't care. You just chose to pick a side and said one side is absolutely true and another side is absolutely false, with no evidence, baselessly accusing this guy and ruining his life, victimizing him, ironically, for how much you care about victims. You just fucking made one.
They're just really, really dumb, and they don't really deserve to have the company and the team and the platform that they have with the way that they've handled it.
This guy really has the balls to say someone else is dumb and doesn't deserve their platform for mishandling a situation.
It's almost the irony in that statement right there that makes it just... I try not to make videos on stipulation. I try not to make videos on situations I'm obviously based on. Exactly. Like shit that involves my friends. LOL. See, and this kind of goes back to the whole demented shit. Right? When all that shit was going down, I didn't say a fucking word. I didn't say a peep. I just sat back and I said, I want to see what's going on before I make even a fucking statement. And then Flatley's video came out, and then I just came in and said, look, I don't appreciate that. He's a fucking moron. And he's still a fucking moron. And yes, I've talked to Demented recently. I forgave him because I'm a forgiving person. I forgive people when they wronged me. There's other people on the internet that don't do that. I can count many, probably a handful of people that I've known my whole entire time on the internet as a content creator doing this, that I've been forgiven by people because I did something stupid. Granted, Twitch rules, you know how it is. Or they misinterpret something that I said. Yeah, I told him what he did was stupid as hell, but it's not unforgivable to me personally. No, like, to be fair, I gave him sage advice. And he decided to listen to, and I decided to listen to people who obviously haven't been in media for very long, or wants to basically say, well, I have the numbers. Well, the numbers didn't lie to Samoa Joe, and they spelt disaster for Scott Steiner, okay? And Kurt Angle. Like, fucking hell.
But I don't really see why in a story that you otherwise think is true, Lex would suddenly lie about these things that are very serious. Again, I would watch the video for yourselves and see where you fall in it, but a lot of this stuff just ends up being personal shit that we can't really prove, and it's not going to hold as much weight because of that.
When talking about
Oh my god. Not going to hold much weight because of that when they're talking about SuperMega. I want to watch that one more time.
True, Lex would suddenly lie about these things that are very serious. Again, I would watch the video for yourselves and see where you fall in it, but a lot of this stuff just ends up being personal shit that we can't really prove, and it's not going to hold as much weight because of that.
When talking,
then why are you fucking making an opinion video of it? It's not even a commentary video at that point. It's not even a T-channel video. It's just you trying to like miraculously throw yourself into the pack of wolves, hoping that your friend doesn't get mauled to death. But spoiler alert, they got your friend. Your friend is so mauled, he's fucking dust. He's already shit. And you're just gonna become another pile of shit. This was a hit piece. And honestly, you're all a bunch of collective bullshit.
Talking about SuperMega, oh, this is he said, she said bullshit that we'll never know the full story of and can't prove. But when talking about Lex, I'm so sorry, Queen, that Don ripped you. I believe every word you say. Here, tell me what you want me to do. I'll make a video. I'll do anything.
Matt does.
Fuck's sakes. This dude is fucking beta. For fuck's sake, where's common sense when we need it?
Stop it. Get some help.
Common sense, folks. Where is it? Hold on. I'll even convey it to you here. Where is the common sense? Where? It's like a fuck. It's like a flying fuck. Where is it? It's flying somewhere. It's flying to someone who needs a fuck. There's nothing in there. just soulless eyes, empty-minded, no common sense. But if my friend come to me with a lie like that, I'm gonna sit there and go like, okay, that's a really serious accusation. I want you to go through this bit by bit with me. And if you're lying to me, oh, that's a cap. Me and you, we ain't talking for a while. But if it was this type of allegation, I wouldn't even fucking talk to you ever again. You wouldn't even be a fucking hair in my system.
Does make a lot of interesting points in his apology that we will talk about today. But I think that this claim that he kind of ends his response with is extremely in bad faith, and it makes me question his true intentions with all of the claims he's making.
Oh, so you question the credibility of someone's word after they make a bad faith point and lie. I wonder where I've seen that before. Well, with your own logic, Nick, I must question the credibility of all things Lex, Leighton, and you have to say, since you are all proven liars.
But I do think people were a little bit too quick to come out and support Matt and Ryan just because they agreed that they were pieces of shit in some of these circumstances.
He's seriously criticizing other people for jumping the gun and supporting SuperMega without knowing the full story. Now he's the nuanced guy who's looking at all sides. The same guy who made a fucking video saying that SuperMega covered up a sexual assault before even hearing their side of things. I'm gonna fucking lose it. And then a few days later, Lex and her boyfriend Ethan is online, fire up a celebratory live stream that SuperMega has been losing tens of thousands of subscribers, even putting up their live sub count on the screen to show how it's slowly declining because of them spreading false information, lying about their name, and doing a coordinated op to try to fucking take them down.
Yeah, there's a new website that gives live counts of YouTube subscribers, which is pretty awesome. SuperMega lost like how many thousands of subscribers? Like 30,000 already? Almost 40. It's funny. That's right. Don't forget it. Don't wear it out.
They're gloating in their victory, and you know, they won. As unfortunate as it is to see, they succeeded 100% in their goal to destroy SuperMega. They lost over 60,000 subscribers, and ever since released a video saying that they don't know if they will be able to come back to the channel after this. And while all of this is happening, these four have a great big smile on their face.
And I hope that people can see that there is a personal vendetta that is being blown up here and used.
With every lie, there's always a little bit of truth mixed in to make it believable, and that's exactly how this friend group took down SuperMega. They played off of real events and problems they had with them, but embellished what had happened to the ultimate extreme, making things seem a lot worse than what really occurred. The full timeline of this op against them has been Lex falling out with SuperMega, rekindling his friends a few months later, resolving any past issues, even planning cookouts together, but then, as soon as Leighton got fired, Lex cut contact with
I don't want to finish this. This video's bummed me out. This has bummed me out completely. But you know what? So, out of all the people that's covered the story, I mean, who knows? Maybe I might actually do a third part. We watch the Destiny stream. I might have to get someone to do timestamps for me and watch it because I'm everywhere and busy. But people sort of make their own graves. I feel bad that SuperMega got canceled for essentially a false hit piece, but now seeing the fan base they cater to, I absolutely understand why they got turned on so quickly. So honestly, what is my final thoughts on this? Because honestly, I really don't want to cover this anymore. Because that video just absolutely depressed me. It's like absolutely saddened me. Four people who had a issue, Matt and Ryan, an issue so big to them that could have been handled pretty easily. put a false hit piece on you. And now all that money that we made over the years, with some to little help from them, is slowly disappearing. Now, I don't think Matt and Ryan have kids. I think Matt or Ryan does. I think. I could be wrong. But the fact that they got canceled on a he said, she said shit that's otherwise fucking common sense. And they're the winners of this. It's fucking depressing to me. It's very fucking depressing to me. Anyway, and I really do mean this. I really do mean this. I'm 100% convinced in my mind, and I want this. I hope this happens. A year from now, Matt and Ryan get their redemption arc, and not only that, they take these bastards to court. Because these bastards deserve to pay for this. Because this was a hit piece. This was slander. This was straight up slander. Anyway, I'm getting off for the night, you guys. So, let's see here. We're gonna end it here. So thank you guys so much for watching. As always, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace, love, chicken grease. Or there's Holy Tim Tebow. Rest in peace, Terry Funk, Bray Wyatt.